guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am talking to you guys about my 6-week till 13-week update. I believe this is going to be my first bump date for this pregnancy. I am expecting my third child, and yeah, I made some notes as the pregnancy was going, but it went by so fast, like, the first trimester, that I really, didn't have to write a lot of things. Because it just, with 2 other kids, I just sometimes didn't even feel the pregnancy symptoms, I guess, if that's even a thing. But I did write a couple of them down. So if you're new to my channel, you would know that, well, you wouldn't know, but if you're new to my channel, I have two boys, Christopher, who is 2.5, and Donovan, who is 1.5. I don't know why it took so long to remember that. And this is gonna be our 3rd baby. I found out I was pregnant, I wrote it down, let me double check, April 19th of 2019, and yeah, that's pretty much when I found out. I have an earlier video where I talk about how we felt and how we actually did find out that I was pregnant. At that time I thought I was 6 weeks along. So I ended up, going to a clinic, but they told me I was a little bit earlier than that. So yeah, I was worried because well, it's not like I tracked my cycles or anything, because they were irregular after my 2nd baby, but yeah. So anyways, I was worried a lot in the beginning of the pregnancy, especially because I was kind of spotting a little bit. But it wasn't anything that, it would make me worry about it, I guess. Because I did spot I spotted with both pregnancies, I believe. Yeah, with my previous 2, I did spot a little bit. And yeah, I'm guessing that's normal. Everybody is different, so, it is what it is. So let me talk to you guys about my symptoms. I'm sorry, I'm like all awkward because it's like nighttime and like I don't want to talk too loud. It's like 9:30, my kids are sleeping, they're right above me, so we gotta work with this. So yeah, let me bring the list. And yes, I have it in construction paper because I'm that type of parent, I just write it down whatever paper I find, I write it down. So anyways, the first symptoms I experienced was bloating and tiredness. Like, I was extremely tired and nauseous. Like, anything that I would eat will just make me nauseous, up to the point where I could only eat toast. Like, literally, that's all I would live off of for like the first couple of weeks. And yeah, I was extremely bloated, nauseous, and yeah, just very tired, not myself. Just I have a weird schedule to begin with, because with my 2 kids, the only time that I get to study, which I do go to college online, so I have to do homework and stuff like that, and the only time I would study is either when they're napping or at nighttime. And if I'm doing it at night, I usually stay up until like 3 in the morning. Like, even now, like, as I'm talking to you, like, I'll probably get off this video and then go do my homework. So yeah, I would usually stay up until 3 in the morning if I wasn't, dead asleep already. So that happened. And this pregnancy was very weird, because with my first pregnancy, like, my emotions, I think, were different. At that point, my husband was training, like doing his military training or whatnot, and so we weren't together for most of the pregnancy, which I was fine with, because I know he needed to do that. And then with my 2nd pregnancy, I was fine, because we were all living together, and it was pretty much, I was happy. And yeah, I'm not saying that I'm not happy now, but it was different, I guess, because I only had 1 baby and then another one, so on the way. So yeah, but this pregnancy I've experienced a lot of, like, sadness. Well, not sadness towards the baby or to my kids, but mainly, like, I felt alone, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but I felt alone. Like, I felt really alone. And again, I live like 6 or 7 hours from any close relative because of my husband's job, so I just keep with the hands. Okay, so yeah. And so I felt very, very lonely and upset with myself, and I would get these, like, I don't know, it's just like it was weird. Like, it almost felt like I felt like I was having like a little bit of depression in the beginning, but it eventually, you know, I snapped out of it and I was fine after that. But that lingered on for 11 weeks of my pregnancy, and actually I think it went up to my second trimester. I'm in my second trimester right now, and it wasn't until like 3 weeks into my second trimester that I actually started feeling normal again. And so I did feel very alone, and I was very sad and tired and sleepy, and I didn't feel like cleaning or doing my homework. I felt behind in school, and this you know, I don't know why this was brought on, but I ended up going to my parents' house again, and, you know, spent like 2 weeks with them or something like that. And yes, I was still very upset. It was this feeling that I couldn't shake. It was very upset feeling, and I was angry. I was like angry all the time. Even now, like, I'm still like, I get really feisty very quickly, and I'm guessing that's from my hormones. But, you know, that's just, I keep looking down because I'm looking at the list. I wrote a bunch of stuff down. So yeah, I felt very tired, very sleepy, very sad. I didn't want to be bothered. You know, I was angry, and I wouldn't take this anger out on my kids because, you know, they have nothing, like, they're children, 2.5 and 1.5. Like, I was fine, you know, with them. But I definitely felt withdrawn from, like once I had the time to myself to really think about everything, like, I felt really alone and sad, and, you know, I felt like I couldn't talk to anybody. I mean, you know, my parents were always there, and then, you know, my husband was there, and, you know, in reality, I could speak to them, but I felt like I couldn't. I felt like even if I tried to speak to them, it was like I couldn't communicate what I was trying to say. So yeah, I was very upset in the first trimester. But it was, like I said, nothing towards the baby. It was just, I think it was because I was so tired, and I never slept well, and I was nauseous, and I wasn't eating. I think everything combined made it like a really, really horrible first trimester. It was just, I think this was the worst first trimester of my 2 pregnancies. But I have enjoyed it ever since I hit the second trimester. Like, I've been so much better, and, you know, I did speak to my parents eventually about what was going on and, like, how I felt. And I even think I spoke to my husband's parents, or his mom, because I think she asked me how things were going, and I told her that I was, you know, upset, and many, you know, if you're like married to somebody who was, you know, in the military, or, you know, working for the government and stuff like that, there are different things that they have to do. So he is set to leave in the next year or so, and so I kept thinking about that every single day, and even now, but I don't think about it that often. But I get really sad because it's not like we can go with him to, like, his job or whatever, you know, and it's not like I can just drive 15 minutes to my parents' house, you know. So it's a lot of things, a lot of sacrifices. I know some people may not think that the wives do a lot, but, you know, I think that when it comes to people who serve or work in any other government field, agency, or job do sacrifice a lot, like a lot. Not as much as the husbands do when, you know, they get to do whatever they need to do, but they still sacrifice a hell of a lot. And then yeah, so I went off topic, I'm so sorry. But yeah, that was one of the main things that was keeping me like upset. I did tell him that I was feeling this way or whatever, and then I told him that I was scared, you know. I told him that I was scared to like stay by myself. So, and we spoke to it, we worked things out. But I'm still very, very, very much worried. But yeah, anyways, another thing that I experienced in the beginning of the pregnancy, and even now, it's a lot of heartburn. Now, my parents were joking around and they were like, wow, you're really gonna have a hairy baby because heartburn this early. And I honestly think it was because I was eating a lot of chicken wings. Like, toast and chicken wings are my go-to. Like, there's like Domino's chicken wings. Like, who gets chicken wings from Domino's? Like, a chicken place, Domino's. Chicken place, Domino's is more for like pizzas and whatnot. You know, I'm not saying that their chicken wings are bad, because they are bomb. Like, to me, like, I like the chicken wings. And my husband's like, you get all that heartburn because you eat so many damn chicken wings. So yeah, I'm still liking that now because I still eat the chicken wings. But yeah, so heartburn is another crazy thing that I'm dealing with. And my husband ended up going to Walmart and like buying me some like anti-acid, what is it called, like Tums or something like that. So yeah, he ended up doing that. Another thing, while I was in New Jersey with my parents, I went to a private baby center, if that's what you want to call it. But I went to this place and they took they did an ultrasound. So yeah, they did an ultrasound and they measured the baby, they measured the head, and they showed me like the arms and the fingers, and they said that everything was going fine. And yeah, that was pretty good, because at that point we were having insurance issues, and I honestly didn't even go to a doctor until farther along in my pregnancy. So that's why we had to pay out of pocket just to go to this doctor, because I really wanted to check on the baby. When I first found out that I was pregnant and I went to the doctor, originally it was for the due date and to check that it was a viable pregnancy, and that was in a pregnancy center, kind of like Planned Parenthood, like that. But here in the state that I live in, they call it pregnancy centers or something like that. So yeah, that was absolutely free, no cost to me. So I just honestly wanted to make sure everything was okay, because I did say that I was spotting a little bit, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much all I could say about, you know, the first 13 weeks of this pregnancy. I was bloated, I was tired, I was upset, I had heartburn, I was sad, you know, all these different emotions. Like, I was sad and happy, and then depressed and sad. I mean, you know, just a whole bunch of emotions that kind of settled down right now. So right now I am feeling happy, I am more motivated. I'm actually cleaning because, you know, my house is a mess, and yeah. And yeah, so right now things are good. I'm in my second trimester, so I'm filming this a couple weeks after, just because I wanted to, you know, write everything down. And with my schedule and, you know, and everything that I was going through with the insurance, it was kind of hard for me to just sit down and actually give you guys an update. I did post my other videos a little later too, but you know, I still wanted to post this one for you guys. And you know, even I wanted to see this video years from now, like, you know, just to look back and say, oh look, you know, this happened while you were still in my stomach. You know, I can just show my child, and you know, yeah. So I mean, this is not like the happiest this is not like the happiest first trimester symptoms, but it's true. Like that's honestly what I went through, and like I feel like if I can share my experience and then other women, you know, may feel the same way, not intentionally, but it's just a feeling that you can't explain. And you know, some women feel happy all throughout their pregnancy. Some women feel happy like the last trimester. Some feel happy the second trimester. And you know, just some feel freaking happy all the damn time. You know, I'm not one of those people. Like I am I am a real human. I am a real human, and like I like to share my emotions and, you know, tell you straight up what is happening. And yeah, so maybe, you know, other women won't feel alone, because all the videos that I've watched about the symptoms that I'm having, nobody has it. Like I feel like I'm the only person that has these symptoms, because I think people are scared to speak on it, which is something that we should speak on because it's normal. Like we have hormonal imbalances, we have like, you know, a bunch of stuff going through our heads, and the kids and my husband, and you know, bills and stuff like that we need to do, and it's just a lot, you know. And we just gotta take time for ourselves and actually speak. I felt like once I spoke to my husband, like once I opened up to him about what I was feeling, he did step up a lot, and so did my family with letting me stay there for a while. And you know, his mom gave me some advice as well, and you know, it's pretty good. I just really wanted to talk through it, because the last thing I want is to have like postpartum depression, because I never expressed how I felt in the beginning of it. I'm not saying that I was diagnosed with, you know, depression before I had the baby, but I'm just saying like it was just a bunch of feelings, and I felt very sad. And you know, that feeling slowly started going away once I started speaking to my husband, relating the issues that I was having. And you know, even just a nap would make me feel so much better. And you know, it's just little things like that that really helped me get to where I am now. Like right now I am very happy, I'm productive, I'm great with my schoolwork. I am drinking coffee, you know, because I'm a mom of two. Like one mom does not drink coffee. Like if you're gonna judge me because I drink this much coffee, even at nighttime, like it's 9:50 and I'm still drinking coffee. This is my second container of it, like in the day. Don't freak out, in the day. But you know, I really want to, you know, record this for you guys. Even if nobody watches, even if I only get like 5 watches, I'm perfectly fine with it, as long as, you know, at least somebody that watches it knows what I'm going through or can relate to it in some way. And that's pretty much it. I mean, those were my symptoms, my honest, raw, true feelings, all in a video that may make me seem like I am crazy. And you know, that's just what it is. It's the real life. And yeah, it can't get any realer. It can't get any realer. I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, I can't be any more raw with you guys than I already am. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Those were the only symptoms that I experienced. I did get a due date. When I originally went to the pregnancy center, my due date was January 7th of 2020. But I recently went to the actual doctor, like an actual doctor, and they told me that my due date was December 26th of 2019. Now, because I have 2 previous C-sections, the due date is probably gonna be like December 17th or 18th, I believe. I don't know if they do it like a week before or, you know, whatever, especially because of the holidays. I don't want to end up in Christmas, you know, Christmas Eve. I don't want to be in the hospital still. I want to be with my family, you know, with my kids, enjoying the new baby and stuff like that. So I really have to look at the calendar and talk to my husband and see what we can do with that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. New due date is December 26th. If I settle on a date before then, I will definitely let you guys know, but until then, that's gonna be it. You know, that's just what it is. I'm gonna get up now. I'm gonna go do my homework, and yeah, probably order some wings. Yeah, probably order some wings. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna insert a couple of images from the baby when I went to the pregnancy center, and then after that I'm gonna insert some pictures of when I went to the doctor in New Jersey, just to keep you guys updated with how the baby looks. I mean, he looks healthy and, you know, perfectly fine. Yeah, awesome. So I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.